Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the wildest, weirdest, and most fascinating facts about the animal world. Now today's topic might sound a little messy. We're talking about animal poop. Yeah, that's stuff we usually try to avoid. But don't click away just yet, because what you're about to discover will completely change the way you think about waste. From museums filled with poop, to whales fertilizing the oceans, to dung beetles navigating by the stars, animal poop turns out to be one of nature's hidden superpowers. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at dung the same way again. The Poop Museum. Let's start with something that sounds almost unbelievable: a museum of poop. In England, at the Isle of Wight Zoo, scientists opened a one-of-a-kind attraction, the world's very first poo museum. Inside, visitors can see 20 samples of dried dung, each carefully preserved inside a crystal-clear glass sphere. These samples come from all kinds of creatures: majestic lions, cheeky meerkats, smelly skunks, and yes, even human babies. According to curator Nigel George, each dung ball tells a story. The size, shape, texture, and even the little details hidden inside reveal clues about the animal's diet and health. For example, cow dung often contains bones and beetle shells, while carnivore dung has a much stronger odor than herbivore dung. And here's a striking example. Scientists even found traces of plastic waste inside seagull droppings. A shocking reminder of how human pollution is making its way into the bodies of wild animals. But building this museum wasn't easy. Because dung is about 75% water, it had to be dried carefully to make it safe and odorless for display. Some samples took just a day to dry, while larger ones took up to 2 weeks. The team even invented a special drying machine just for this project. Once dried, the poop was sealed inside airtight glass spheres, transforming smelly waste into sparkling, safe, scientific specimens. And guess what? Visitors loved it. Instead of disgust, most people leaned closer, staring at each sphere in fascination. What was once thought of as dirty or gross suddenly became an educational treasure. Whale poop, the ocean's secret fertilizer. Now, let's leave the zoo and head out to the open sea, where whales are busy doing something that helps keep the oceans alive. Unlike most marine animals that feed near the surface and poop at deeper depths, whales do the opposite. After surfacing from a deep dive, they release massive amounts of nutrient-rich poop right near the surface of the ocean. Marine biologist Joe Roman calls this process the whale pump. It's a natural recycling system where whale feces, loaded with nitrogen, iron, and phosphorus, fertilizes the upper layers of the ocean. Why does that matter? Because these nutrients feed microscopic organisms called phytoplankton, which are the foundation of the entire ocean food web. From there, fish like salmon eat the plankton, seabirds eat the salmon, and eventually, nutrients even travel back onto land through predators that eat the seabirds. In other words, whale poop doesn't just feed the ocean, it helps support entire ecosystems, even on land. And if you're wondering what whale poop looks like, well, it depends on what they eat. If they've been munching on krill, their feces is pink or reddish, shaped like floating sausages. If they've been eating fish, their poop looks like massive dark green clouds, sometimes spreading as wide as a research boat. Both are like instant multivitamins for the ocean. So yes, the giants of the sea are also the gardeners of the sea. Without whales and their poop, the ocean would be a lot less fertile. Dung beetles, the tiny navigators. Of course, not all poop stays in the water or gets locked in a museum. For many animals, dung is food, fuel, and even a way of life. Take dung beetles, for example. These little insects might look small, but they're some of nature's greatest recyclers. With brains no bigger than a grain of rice, dung beetles are experts at shaping poop into neat little balls. They roll these balls across long distances, sometimes many times larger than their own bodies. But it's not just about food. These balls of dung also play a role in love and survival. Males use them to impress females or battle rivals. The bigger the dung ball, the more attractive the beetle. And in some species, males even grow impressive horns, fighting head-to-head like miniature gladiators. Those that don't have horns? They've developed another strategy, larger testes, giving them an advantage in reproduction. Nature always finds a way. But maybe the most fascinating thing about dung beetles is their navigation skills. Scientists discovered that they climb on top of their dung balls, look up at the night sky, and use the Milky Way as a compass to guide their journey. Just imagine a tiny beetle rolling a ball of poop through the darkness, guided by the same stars that guided ancient sailors. If that doesn't make you respect dung beetles, nothing will. Why poop matters. So, what have we learned? Well, poop isn't just waste. It's a powerful force that connects animals, plants, oceans, and even us. Museums show us how dung can be a window into animal diets and health. Whales prove that poop can fertilize entire ecosystems. And dung beetles remind us that even the smallest creatures can do extraordinary things with something most of us throw away. Poop tells stories, it feeds life, and it keeps nature's cycles moving. So, the next time you step around a cow patty or wrinkle your nose at a smelly zoo enclosure, remember this. You're looking at one of the most important substances in the natural world. Thanks for sticking with us through this unusual but fascinating topic. If you enjoyed learning about the surprising power of poop, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you won't miss more weird and wonderful animal facts. And here's today's question for you. Which amazed you more, the poop museum, the whale pump, or dung beetles navigating by the Milky Way? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.